Word.
What's up, everybody? Or anybody? There's one. Facebook user.
Of course.
Yeah, the ones we can't identify quickly.
It always takes a while to load too.
I'll find them.
It's Roger Florence technique.
Here we go. Yep, I got them.
Yep, Roger Florence. Let's rock. I love it.
What's going on? Hope everybody's had a good weekend. There's Jeff Poole. What's up, Spooner? Hope you had a good time at Flight Test or Flight Fest. Christopher Tudor, what's going on, buddy? I see you.
What's up, Chris Tudor? Long time no see. I haven't seen you around for a while. What have you been up to?
Ryan Villa in the house. What's up?
Ryan just moved to Virginia, bud.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
He just messaged me today. He's been.
I told him Texas was better. He just didn't want to like the heat.
Well, he's a couple hours from me still. Like he's up near DC area, but my family lives up in DC, so I'm up there.
Yeah, I used to live in Manassas. I know the area. Well, actually, we used to live in Manassas, and we used to live in Winchester, which is about as north and as west as you can get in the state of Virginia without going into other states.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get some flight footage edited there, Mr. Jeff? Hopefully you had a good time. He said it was awesome. Okay. That's what I like to hear. I was so feeling bad for TJ that he didn't get to go to Flight Fest. He ended up going to some RC
Fest. Yeah, the Horizon Hobby one.
Oh, Horizon Hobby was hosting that themselves?
I'm pretty sure.
That would make sense why they made him go to that instead of Flight Fest, but
yes.
But that's about the only thing.
I also know that Flight Fest, they have specific sponsors that they bring in every year and give discounts for tents and all that stuff. And Horizon they do a lot with, but I believe TJ, like I know Flight Test doesn't go out to Joe Knowles anymore, you know? So they bounce around. I know TJ was probably gonna go, and he went last year, I think. But yeah.
Yep, Jeff said he didn't fly at all. He got to take pictures, so we'll have to look forward to those.
Oh, nice! Chris went flying with Rue and Shelby and Applewhite.
Yeah, I saw that. Shelby's got a new video out of him chasing MSR in a wing.
Nice.
So we can watch that a little bit later.
Oh, Craig was there for Horizon. I'm assuming TJ... Because, dude, like, you have to understand, TJ's more on the RC vehicle social media side now. Like, he's not in drones or aircraft as much as he used to be with Buddy.
Yeah, and that's kind of a bummer. I mean, for us, I guess.
Well, yeah, but he's always been big into the land vehicles anyways. So it's kind of good for that side of it, and it's very good for Horizon. So I'll give it to him. He's doing a great job there. But yeah. We got Robert's event coming up on, I believe, the 24th of July here in Virginia. So Ryan Villa, if you are within driving distance, which you should be because it's down here near like Williamsburg, Norfolk area, then come on down, man. I think Ryan's up near more of the Fairfax area, but yeah, man, come on down. It's going to be a great time. I believe it's going to be like Twans, Carlton, Robert, myself, probably Michael Fuller. Crazy Jimmy is definitely going to be there. I know that.
I was going to say you can get Crazy Jimmy a fly out.
Dude,
for
he was
driving.
over here yesterday. Like, we spent the day rebuilding one of his rigs that he broke.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
dude, like legit. Like, he came over and he's like, one of them's not binding anymore, and I fixed that. And then he pulls out this other one. So I have a grump. I have a gear that needs to be grinded.
okay.
Steel Davis. I think
Okay.
that's the only thing I need to say. No,
I don't subscribe to him, so I don't see a lot of his video. I do
no,
watch him every now and again, but I
I'm
don't
more
subscribe.
upset about a few of his products because you know his Apex build, the big $900 super fancy Apex FPV rig that he's been selling recently.
No, that's
So,
the one with the all kiss, all smooth.
yeah, the
Yeah.
all kiss, all ethics, everything, fucking yeah. So the motors for that are the white Mr. Steel motors.
Right. The
And,
ethics,
yeah,
whatever.
and they're like 1750 kV or something like that. The 6S motors. So Jimmy comes over, and Jimmy's like he's not new, but he's not great at soldering, so he needs help. You know, like he's a standard pilot, like most of us. And he came over and he brought over these motors. And he wanted me to build him pretty much a new rig with new motors, new stack, everything.
Okay.
So I started up on it, and he brought a few frames that from his dead shit that were in the box, and I'm sitting here, and we're like, these motors aren't mounting. And I tried another frame, and the motors weren't mounting. So I pulled out one of my frames. The motors weren't mounting. Steel's motors are 20 millimeter by 20 millimeter mounting. They're proprietary for his frames. All of our mountings are 16 by 16.
Well, I mean, my frames are
Well, no,
16 by
sorry.
19.
Yeah, 19 by 19. That's what I mean. His are bigger. His are wider. They're like 22 or something because the distance between the two horizontal and the two vertical screws, not diagonal. The diagonal is 19 on normal ones. But the horizontal and vertical was 16 millimeters for the normal 19 by 19 mount motors.
Right.
His horizontal was 19.4 millimeters. And like middle to middle of screw mount. So that means it's what, 23 millimeter?
Yeah, 22 point something or something like that.
Yeah. So that means that those motors will fit on whatever proprietary frame he has, or one with the extended motor mounting lines to hit wider ones. But I even like I'm straight up saying I even pulled out one of my like old frames that has the wider mounting for like the bigger like S500 frames and shit, and it still didn't mount. And so that's a bone I have to pick with that. If people are out spending money, you have to make that abundantly fucking clear. You have to make that clear in your sales that it'll only work for that frame, that it'll only work for this, that it'll only do this. Because I hate to say it, Jimmy was fucking devastated when I was like, dude, I don't think we can mount these. And he wanted to use those motors. And so we ended up having to take off the 4S motors from his other dead rig that the stack was done in. And we had to take those off, put on race wire, and run those to the new stack. And he's now stuck with a 4S rig rather than a 6S rig like he wanted.
Well,
So
so let me.
I don't know what the stats on the thing say, but all I know is we tried all four of the motors that he had purchased.
Well, here, let me.
They were the white ones with the black base. 1750 kV, I believe. Wow, Inception.
See, these ones have the white base, and when I pull up the thing, this one says 16 by 16 redesign. Well, actually, that one doesn't. Where's?
Are we sure that's not horizontal and vertical? Because as I said, it was 16 millimeters horizontal and vertical. Like they didn't have the mixed either. They didn't have the 19 millimeter and the 16 millimeter option like most motors do, where there's two, one's 16, one's 19. What's up, Erie?
So this is the V3. It just says 2306 stator, 9 millimeter ball bearing.
I want to see. Hold on. I'm gonna
Redesign motor bell, 6-spoke design. Oh no, I mean it doesn't list the size of the freaking motor spacing at all.
I know, and that's what I'm bugging about because, like, as I said, Jimmy's a noob generally in terms of that. He wouldn't know the difference when buying it unless it was clearly stated, you know? And that's a waste of money for people.
So that's the one.
There we are, the Stout 2306 1750 motor V4. The Ethics. Oh, no. That's wrong. Those are not the right ones. Let me see. They might be the V3s, but I thought they were white. But yeah, they had the 4-pin mounting. Like they are the Stouts. I remember them saying.
Yeah,
Stouts,
this one is a base mounting. Maybe he got an older set of Stouts.
So, base redesign 16 by 16 only mounting holes, structural. So that means, I think that means 16 horizontal and 16 vertical, not the 19 millimeter diagonal like we were assuming.
Well, no, I know some motor makers are going to 16 by 16. So 16 by 19 was a standard for a really long time.
Yes.
Right, meaning that 2 holes. Yes, you're right. It's a Zach Carrizales on cue. I was just going to mention that he.
Of course.
Yeah, this is one of his pet peeves.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Fuck yeah. Nailed it. No, like literally, dude, these were too wide to mount in normal mounting holes for 3 separate normal frames. These were too wide. They were horizontally, they were almost like 19.4 millimeters between screws, between center of screw holes in their mounting.
Yeah, so all the V4s are saying 16. They say 16 by 16, which
Right.
would be
So
diagonal. Which would be diagonal, or as that correctly as Zach Carrizales specifies, it's diameter.
Their spacing was wider than the mounting holes on the frames that we had available, and they were pretty standard frames. So I'm saying it's wider than most motor mounting holes, not smaller.
Right. That's what I'm trying to find some V3s online to see if I can find that, because all I'm seeing is, well, I see one set of V3s, and the one set of V3s that I pulled up had 0 information on it.
Yeah, and most of them do, and that's the thing that's bugging me.
I mean, but yeah, to me, if you're right. If you can only mount them to that, that's something that should be brought up, or at least specified in bold red letters on the site. Hey, you cannot use this, or you must use this.
I just think it's a customer service thing, man. I think he owes it to the people that are paying him money to actually be descriptive about that sort of thing and make it clear that it'll only work with certain frames. Because
now Zach said he had to make sure that Newbie Drone understood that what he meant by that 16 millimeter diameter or the 19 millimeter diameter. And he's right. It's not, everybody mislabels them or incorrectly labels that, right, as as it should be diameter, but they call it 16 by 16, and it's diagonal. I mean, 16 by 16 to me suggests 16 from perpendicular and horizontal, not diagonal, right? Diameter is the equivalent of diagonal, right? So yeah, that should be it should be specified. And you guys saw I had a little, had my little video poke at the non-standardized flight controller, my list of all the different sizes of the flight controllers. Some of them, the ones with question marks, only listed the mounting pattern being 20 by 20. They didn't give us overall size. All the rest of these gave an overall size, which I greatly appreciate, especially from a design aspect, because I have to try to make these things fit into a frame, or as many of them as possible fit into a frame. And I kind of have to make a cutoff and say, sorry, that anything bigger than this is not going to fit, right? Right. And I think that's what Dan ran into.
Yeah, 22.6. Sorry, yeah, 22.6. No, I'm not talking diagonal with these Mr. Steels, dude. They were 19, I think it was 19.4 millimeters horizontal from screw to screw, from mounting hole center to mounting hole center. Not diagonal. Like super random size. And don't get me wrong, like Zach knows, Matt and I have seen our fair share of fucking motors. Like,
seen a few. Helped design a few, actually.
These were abnormal. So yeah, watch out for the ethics branding, guys. Watch out for that that proprietary fucking sleazeball shit.
Well, I mean, it makes sense to me that the V4s are supposedly fall into the correct category. Apparently, somebody, other people have ran into this and maybe said some things.
Yeah.
Like I said, the V3s that I can find don't really have a definition.
I won't lie, Steele did a great job of keeping it hush, because this is like me running into it personally with Jimmy's Motors was the first I had heard of it. And then I looked into it and saw a few like Reddit strings and shit like that and was like, oh, I see.
Sweet. Jeff just sent me a bunch of pictures. He says I can share on the screen here, so we'll do that shortly.
Shane Duggar in the house. What's up, Shane? Shane's getting me all hot and bothered with the temptation of a whole bench full of Lino projects to do.
Oh, he wants you to do some builds?
Yeah, he's sending them to me on Tuesday, or he's shipping them out on Tuesday. And he's got, I think it's like a Centurion, a Skull, and a couple other random things to do. And I'm putting DJI in his Cerberus Micro. So, it's going to be fun.
Okay, so I think I found the motor that you're talking about, Dan, at Get FPV.
It's the Stout, right?
Yeah, with the old school big bottom, black bottom.
It had the black bottom and the white top bell, but it was not the old school round bottom. It was a 4-prong round bottom, or the 4-prong bottom. Sorry.
Well, yeah, this one. That. But it was black on the bottom, you said?
It was a black, yeah, it was a black bottom one.
Okay, so that's the V4, so that's...
I'm going to message Jimmy, see if he's up.
There's a V3 Legacy. Man, is it just me, or do freaking... Holy crap. Do Get FPV's high-definition pictures make those look like garbage?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not polished. It looks like pitted aluminum. Oh, it's an all new raw tumbled aluminum finish.
Robert, the answer is Nathan Baker makes slap. Nathan just married the other day, so he might be preoccupied. But talk to Nathan Baker from Banff Decals, and he'll hook you up. Tell him you're an optimized drone team pilot, and he should send you some optimized drone slaps too.
Now, he may be out for a week or so. He just got married, so I'm not sure if they're going on a honeymoon.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought he was going away for a bit.
Zach, they did say that they're using 9mm bearings now. And this motor dimension says 19 by 19 mounting pattern on this V3, the tumbled one.
Yeah, that might be it. That's got it, because I said it was like 19.4.
But yeah, I think on the V4, I think he said they went to a 9mm bearing, I think is what he said.
But yeah, it just really bugged me that it was only 19, and like literally all the frames that I pulled out of my ass, none of them fit. Like I was like, this is so disappointing. Because he had other motors that he could have brought to me, but he just didn't think about it because he just thought those motors would work. And
well, I mean, right. for the most part, those size motors most of them are going to fit. Pretty standard. I mean, it's.
Like the screws weren't even coming close, dude. Like they were off. Like you mounted and it wasn't even near the center hole.
So yeah. Here's some pictures from Jeff from Flight Fest.
Damn. What's up, Newsons?
God dang it! Why didn't it? I got to get to the first one because otherwise it's going to start in the wrong spot. There we go. Why the... Yeah, I saw a couple videos from there, man. There were some pretty impressive freaking model aircraft up there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the hell that big-ass spruce goose that they were trying to fly up there was, but it did not like the amount of motors that... the amount of thrust that they had on it.
Dude, wasn't that the one that they had like 10 motors on it?
Yeah, it was like 6 or 8 or 10, something like that.
Yeah. And then there was another one pulled out of their butt at one point it was ridiculous, dude. It was like, I think they did something like 16 or 18 motors, and it was one of the Ben Harbor and Dan Sponholtz builds or whatever. I think it was Sponholtz, maybe.
There's his camper.
Damn right. Look at that flag too.
Dude, I was looking at vehicles this week, and yeah, that was his camper there. But I was looking at vehicles this week, and I happened to come across a camper in one of the ones that I was looking at that looked almost exactly like that. And it was like 17 grand. It only had like 40,000 miles on it. I was like, man, I want one with like slightly newer cabinets and upholstery. Oh, so Jeff says that was Peter's Striplo's
Peter's
plane.
free pull. Peter's
Yeah,
free
it's
pull.
supposed to be 100 motors, but they didn't come in.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did one with like 50 or something stupid like that. It was ridiculous. I watched that video. Peter's an awesome dude and one that I've been very much hoping to get in touch with for this show, but I haven't heard back. Let's see. So, team pilots, I am setting up a promo code on the store for merch for only Team OD pilots and Team Gank pilots. So that's going to be like pretty much base price for whatever it is for you guys. So hit me up on Messenger. I'll put it in the team chat. But yeah, it's active right now. So. Oh yeah, and the store page is www.optimizedrone.com. That's how we roll. What are you doing, Matt?
Currently, while I was messaging Brooks Coleman, I know most of you guys have seen some of his little crazy stuff that he posts on Rotor Riot and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So he lives near me. He lives out in the boonies, and he's got a really poor internet connection. So I'm working on. He had a friend drop off a computer here for me to upgrade and install Velocidrone liftoff, Fusion 360, and a bunch Betaflight,
Nice.
and basically to get him all set up with a computer that will design that he can use for design for 3D printing. So I got to put Cura on it. Whatever will fit on whatever hard drive that it's got in, and I haven't even looked to see that yet.
Yeah.
But it was used as a CAD computer. It's one of those corporate what do you call them? Corporate disposal computers, where the corporations they'll buy computers, and then as soon as the depreciation's gone, they don't get a tax benefit from it, so they'll just upgrade all the computers, and then either donate the whatever the old ones off to get tax credit, or they'll sell them off to the employees, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he ended up getting it's from a corporation that did CAD work for civil engineering, so it's got a decent graphics card and decent processor memory in it, so it should work for what he needs. Just got to make sure it's got all the hard drive space to hold everything.
Nice.
But then he wants me to. Zach says if he wants to, Zach, I had actually thought about doing a YouTube channel for some Fusion 360 stuff, but again, time is kind of thing. But that'd be something awesome.
And also, FPV Builders and Taylor have a YouTube channel that's been focusing on Fusion and all that as well, if you recall.
Well, I think they're focusing on FreeCAD. I think it was.
Oh, you're right. You are absolutely.
So I don't know of anybody. To be honest, like when I started learning Fusion, there was one guy that was teaching that did some channels, and I watched like the first 2 or 3 videos, but. And that got me through the basic stuff. Everything else was kind of self-taught, just by creating sketches and fiddling with sketches. And there you go. You should sell that for like $100. I mean, there's a lot of people it would definitely benefit them for, you know what I mean? Probably even me. Like some of the stuff I haven't really fiddled with yet. Fusion 360, I've got the paid license, the full license version, and that was Zach, that was something that I struggled with at the beginning. Like my first drawings, when I had to go back and edit things, I didn't lay them out appropriately in the timeline, and I didn't separate the sketches as much as I should, and the bodies as much as I should have. Um, I also kept bodies when I combined them and stuff like that, which ended up with a whole long list of bodies. But there was a lot of little things that I've just from experience that I've learned on how I lay out my drawing and how I start my drawings, and that make it easier if I need to go back and make a change. It really makes it so much easier, especially with that timeline at the bottom. That thing is I love that. Like just being able to go back in time and edit one whole size, and then coming out of it, a lot of times I've also learned to do chamfers towards the end and stuff like that, so I don't end up with, when I go back and edit things, when it reconstructs everything, it doesn't have broken edit sequences and stuff like that because of the chamfers and the and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna put.
Yeah, definitely, man. If you want to, I'm working evening shift this week, so I'm usually available from like say 9:30 in the morning until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I've got to head to work. I start work at 3, and I'm usually working till, or at least for this week, I'll be working till around 11 o'clock ish at night. And then next week I'm working from. I got a 4-day weekend next week, or 3-day weekend next weekend. Awesome. So, but yeah, next week I won't have class because it's a holiday weekend. What's up, Rat? How you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, definitely, Zach. Hit me up sometime this week if you've got some free time. Friday I'll probably be in early evening. Usually I'll start class early and end class early on Fridays. The day shift guy usually gets off around 1 o'clock, so I'll start classes around 1 or 2 on Friday to try to get students out earlier. Packing up and moving to Florida. Uh-oh. Trying to cash in on all those Florida man videos that are making all kinds of money on TikTok and the YouTubes. What's up, Marcel? Our far north compadre.
There we go. All right, that should be active on the store, Team Pilots.
Yeah, I'll have to check. I think I've got coupon codes for the pilots as well for the Gank store.
Yeah, I'm just so Jeff said he needs Gank hats. I know Teespring doesn't do hats for mine, at least.
So
well, they do. You have to custom order them. So I know you're selling them yourself.
Yes. So what I'm going to end up doing is the hats that my buddy Andrew made. Let's see. I think this is one here. Yeah. So these hats here, these I can get made somewhat affordable to where I can put a couple dollar markup on them, and people will still want to buy them. The only bad thing about them is their snapback. Right now, I have him looking to see if he can find some trucker style with the flex fit to get some more of these hats. The only thing I didn't like about this one is when I was wearing it. This one I didn't wear when I was flying, simply because of the snapback. All right, I don't like, because when I take my goggles off, well, I can get the damn thing on straight. When I take my goggles off, I put them here. This puts a lot of steam into my goggles, and wet hair touches my goggles and things like that. So these are probably my favorite style hats. Now, these ones here cost me $43 and some change a piece. So nobody's going to spend that much money on a hat, unfortunately. But like I said, I'm working with my friend to try to see if we can get a different style of hat. I like that style. I just don't like the snapback. I've got a trucker hat that's flex fit from West Coast Throwdown last year, and that hat's awesome.
Nice. Hey, I'm currently adjusting prices on the store for some items, guys. So I'm not bringing them up. I'm bringing some items down for sale. So check out the store. There's going to be a couple of hoodies that are marked down in price, a couple of t-shirts or t-shirt models in the optimized drone collection. So go for it. Take a look.
Marcel, crazy fucker. Marcel says, 5-inch mutiny I have as a machine. It won't ever die. I treat it like a Hastings horror, and she keeps on flying nice.
Oh, Marcel.
You're in North Florida, my ass. Unless you're visiting. I didn't think Canada was letting people travel outside of Canada. I thought that's the way they keep you under they're sequestering everybody so you don't learn information from the United States and all that. No, I'm kidding. Canada right now has some really crazy travel restrictions. My friend Terry wanted to come down, and right now there is he can't. So, but
all right. Well, I'm marking down a whole bunch of gear here, guys. Just give me a minute.
yes, but I think Billy Barrett's still flying his freaking his prototype mutiny frame from 2019, I think it was. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really, really this far away from wanting to buy another vehicle to make road trips a little easier, both on the wallet and on comfort. That 14 miles to the gallon while towing that trailer, and knowing that it dropped to 12 when I got out when I went out west. I think it was 14 to get to IO, but that's not through a whole lot of hills or anything like that, versus going across the Rocky Mountains to get to freaking Oregon. So that's plus it's got 200,000 miles on it. She's treated me nice for 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's time she gets a little more round the town activity and less road trip activity.
Well, you killed that thing good, though. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, I put 12,000 miles on it last year, and I think this year I've already put 4,000 or 5,000 on it. So, and it's going to be another 4,000 going out to West Coast and back.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've actually looked at a couple of trucks and a couple of SUVs, both full size SUVs and smaller SUVs. I'm really torn because I could get like a 4-door truck and it would be perfect, or I could get a 4-door Expedition and it would be almost perfect. So the only thing I don't like about the SUV is that I can't put tall items like refrigerators or anything like that in the back. But I've had nothing. I haven't had a truck in a long time, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not something I use a lot, but it would be something that would be handy. I like the SUV because I could take out either the middle seats or the back seats, or fold them all flat, and my dog can have room to roam around while we're driving. Just because it's hard on us sitting in a seat. Still, you imagine a freaking energetic Belgian Malinois trying to keep her, sitting in one spot for hours on end. It's funny. She's over here crashed out on the freaking couch.
All right, guys. I've got hoodies marked down to like 35, I think. Yeah. Actually, a couple of them are marked down to 32.
Dude, that was the funniest thing that I saw the first night we got to IO. I ran into Derek right as we were coming through the gates. Derek, Derek Brown, and we stopped and talked to him for a minute, and then we got there, started unloading. It rained for a little bit, and after it rained, the temperature dropped like freaking 15, 20 degrees. So I ended up putting pants on and my hoodie, and then up comes Brett and Derek, and Brett's wearing a gray Gank MultiRotors freaking hoodie, zip up hoodie. I was like, that's cool. I said, I haven't even looked at the store to see if anybody bought any. It's funny. How'd you like that HD0? Yeah, I mean that's another deterrent for trucks, right? I can go rent a truck from Lowe's or from, if I need one for a day, you know what I mean, that bad, I can go rent one from Lowe's or from U-Haul for $20 or $30, whatever, plus mileage. So but yeah, there's a couple that couple cars that would really suit the bill, um, or fit the bill, I guess. And then a couple that are on there because it would fit the bill and they could be extremely fun. Yeah, I'll show you here. This is kind of what I come across. I was looking. I mean, there's a couple cars. I want to try to stay around 20 grand, just because I'm a freaking frugal bastard, and I'd like to have money in my savings account as well. But like there's this Audi Q7 that would 60,000 miles. That would definitely do the trick. That G8's on there only because I mark every G8 that goes up for sale because I'm gonna end up owning one eventually. And then let's see, a couple Jeep Wranglers, the Yukon, a couple Ford Rangers. If I was looking to spend around 30 grand, the ones I really like is this freaking F-150 right here. This thing's in beautiful shape. It's only got like 60,000 miles on it, but it's a 4x4. It's got the 5-liter engine in it, not the 5.4, which is actually, for me, that's pretty cool because the 5-liters have a lot more performance upgrade mods that you can do to them versus the 5.4-liter. But it's the Coyote engine, so it's cloth interior, which I'm not huge on leather anyway. Leather, to me, cloth is more comfortable for road trips. It's also more durable for dogs. I have to worry about that, right? Big enough back seat for the dog, and a bed. But yeah, that one I like. But there's a couple big trucks because I was thinking, if I ever want to buy an RV instead of renting RVs for my trips. Because to be honest, I'm really wavering on buying an RV and renting it when I don't use it. And having a truck to move the RV around would be great. But this one here is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. The Ford Flex. Yeah, it's a big SUV. I'm not huge on like I said, I'm not huge on the leather, but this one's loaded. And it's got the 3.7 liter turbocharged V6 in it. So it's putting out about 300 and some change horsepower. So this would be a fun one to turn into a sleeper. Got that EcoBoost turbo in there. But I mean, it's an SUV. The only thing I don't like about it is how low it sits. But I don't know, a couple different vehicles. I like these Ford Edge Sports. because they're smaller. I live near the city. I have to commute to the south of town, so having a huge vehicle is not necessarily efficient or economical, right? So,
Yeah.
but these little Ford Edge Sports, they've got a smaller V6, got a 2.7 liter turbo instead of the 3.7. But V6 all wheel drive turbo, right? Smaller SUV for the road. Gets about the same gas mileage as the Ford Flexes do, but so that's a hard sell. You get a lot more space in the Flex. And then I had this one down here really kind of tops my charts. It's low mileage for the type of vehicle, for the type of vehicle that it is, right? But it's an Eddie Bauer Series Expedition. I've had two Expeditions, and they're probably the most comfortable vehicles I've ever been in on road trips. And this one here's got the dark interior. It's already got navigation. It's the King Ranch series, so it's like fully loaded. Got the sunroof, the rear AC, all that comfy crap. Removable seats. I believe actually the back seat, the far back seats fold flat. So I got a couple I'm going to go look at. A couple I'm trying to get more pictures on. Like this Expedition here would be a nice one too. It's really low miles, low price, but it's about an hour and 20 minutes south of me. So I'm trying to see if they can get them to post more pictures of it, because that's obviously a stock picture. I don't want to drive an hour and a half to have it look like a giant piece of turd. But I don't know. I really want something sporty, but I need something for road trips. So I'm willing to make a sacrifice if I can't find something that blends the two. The Ford Flex, I think, would work. I think I would just want it a couple inches higher. But any of those vehicles would get better gas mileage on the highway than what I'm currently driving, which is my I've got a Mercury Mariner with a V6. So
Yeah.
any of those, like I said, I get 21 miles to the gallon tops because it's all wheel drive and all that. So yeah, I get 21 miles to the gallon tops on it, and like I said, 14 when towing the trailer from here to, I think it was, or from here to Indiana, and that's only a change of about 1,000 feet of elevation, and I'm going to be going all the way to Oregon. So I did not get that 10-inch tuned yet. I got to redesigning the GoPro mount and didn't get finished in it, and then my ADHD got me working on 8 million other projects. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I am a huge fan of the Pontiac G8 with the 6.2 liter. I am very disappointed that they stopped making them. Even the 6 liter versions were freaking awesome. I like the GOAT, the GTO, for the same reason. The 6 liter version in the GTO is freaking incredible. I just avoid the first and second year 350 V8 versions like the plague. Just underpowered for what they are. But yeah, the G8 GTs, I'm a huge fan. I've also looked at some of the Chevy SSs as well. I'm going to buy a house before I get a toy car, because I want a garage to keep it in instead of parking it in the driveway, and a bunch of stuff like that.
Matt, Billy Barrett just sent me a video, so I'm forwarding it to you.
Did he send it to me too? He may have sent it to me too.
He may have. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, he did send it to me
Harrison,
too.
Arkansas Monster Truck Insanity Tour one.
Yeah, I had accidentally closed my Facebook, so I wasn't getting messages there for a minute.
Okay. Well, yeah, you just sent it to me, so I was just letting you know.
Yep, I'll put it up.
I'm still working on the store right now, so I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, no worries.
Ooh, I forgot. We have mugs.
Yeah, I almost bought a laser engraver. Uh, almost bought that X tool.
Oh, yeah.
Let's man skip ahead through some of the stuff and get to the. Sorry, I'm
Dude,
jealous. I'm jealous of his goatee, so I didn't want to have it on the screen for too long.
hey, Matt, I've marked down the Gank and Renegade backpack down to
Nice.
pretty much no profit margin at all. So that's $36.99 if anybody needs one. See, Matt?
Hold on, I'll pull it up in a sec.
God, I love Billy's goatee. Makes me happy.
Like I said, I can't watch it for too long. I get jealous.
I know.
Especially that big old curly. I can't grow my mustache to where it touches my mouth. It drives me insane because I end up doing this all day. And yeah, I really do want to get a laser engraver. That's probably what I'm probably going to end up getting myself for Christmas. It's hard to justify right now because I still have a couple grand at least that I need to spend here at the end of August. So I need to make sure I got money in the bank for that. By the way, new frames are in. Go check out the frames on the website, please. Buy some. Yeah, I've seen quite a few monster trucks like that with a bunch of seats in the back.
Love it. What's up, Angel? Loreno787 in the house, everybody.
Dude, Angel's got some dope new videos out too. Check him out.
Dude, yeah, I was watching some of his recently. Angel, stepping it up, bro. Well played.
Dude, that one video of the freaking the tandem freestyle bike riders was freaking nuts, dude. The guy and the girl.
No. Angel sent me one that I legitimately like clenched into my chair, man.
You talking about the one with the guy and the girl riding tandem on the bike doing tricks?
Nope, I'm talking about the one where he flew directly at a paraglider and went right through their fucking core.
Oh yeah, I saw that was an older one. We showed
a single thing, and it was like 3 inches on either side.
Yeah, no, we did. I showed that one on the show before, like before IO. That was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well done, man. Well done.
Oh, it looks like they had home built races too. Oh, and quads. Nice. I used to hate racing quads. Like I'd always be the guy that got my freaking ankle smashed. Oh, and there goes a trike. That's a kid driving that little one there. So Billy's probably been chasing monster trucks longer than any of the other pilots that I've known. He's like kind of, I I don't know. He doesn't have a whole lot of YouTube. Yeah, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Thrillbilly FPV. Like he's been doing monster truck chases for a couple of years now. He also does some nice cinematic footage of uh, some campgrounds and stuff like that out in Arkansas. So this one is the Monster Truck Insanity Tour, I think it was. Yep, there you go. I think it's cute. They got her a little freaking team shirt.
Is this still Billy's?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a 9-minute video, so it's a little bit long, but
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's been a few minutes. Maybe it's somebody else.
it's for the whole event.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's awesome. Oh, I love the big high up fly-ins. They're always fun. So Billy, I got to do monster trucks down in Florida when I was living down there, and I brought my daughter, who at the time was I think 4, and so like my daughter just turned 6, and my lord, it was just me and her and like Jay and Bernard and the like Bubby and Drew were there the day before we were, but yeah, it was fun, and Angelica had a freaking blast. She loved the monster trucks, man.
Just the noise of some of them is pretty badass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I've always been a big fan of freaking, really, really tall cams and absurdly rough idling high performance engines.
Oh,
The smell of burnt high test fuel.
sorry, Angel. My phone's on silent for many reasons.
Yeah, Angel.
Mainly because during the stream, it just blows the fuck up. Oh, damn. Nice. Is that for a 4th of July thing? Here,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah. If
forward
you got something that you want to share, a video you want to share, Angel, send it to me. I'm sharing the streams tonight.
Yeah, Angel, if you want stuff shared, send it to Matt. I'll forward these to him as well. But yeah, send it to Matt. He's running the show tonight.
Yeah, for the most part, guys, I've been running the show just because I think my internet's a little bit better than Dan's.
Well, at the moment, yeah, Cox has been having more issues again recently.
Yeah, I mean, it just
in and out.
we found that I guess we get less complaints about stuttering video, I guess, when I host. But obviously,
So,
it's not
Matt.
it's just something.
Matt Spooner put in the team chat, "What is the Gank store? Please post the link."
Oh, crap. That's a good question. I haven't been there in a while.
Right? Dude, this is why I made it so much easier by just buying our domain. Because I was so sick of having to figure out what the link was that I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to make it optimizedrone.com. It's like literally the sole purpose of me doing that. What's up, Jay? I was just talking about our monster trucks day with Angelica. Jay, Uncle Jay is one of Angelica's favorites. Ugh.
All right, guys. Here's my Teespring store. I need to update some stuff. But it's gonna be there. I got to get more pilot jerseys out there. I got to get a Danish Stallion pilot shirt. I still have to get waiting on Doom Rider to get Jeff Jeff's logo done.
Yeah,
So I can
and
get
we
his
have
on there.
on our store as well, guys. There's some crossover logo stuff. Like there's some Gank stuff on our store. There's gonna be Pilot merch on our store soon as well. But if you're buying Gank merch, guys, mainly buy it from Gank store. But if you do buy Gank merch from our store, Gank will be getting the proceeds from that anyways. So I'm not too worried. I just think it's easier if you want to buy like actual Gank shit, buy it from his store, you know? We're just putting the logo up there because he's part of our team as well here on Optimized Drone.
Well, I mean, this is something that I should have. Like there is a
You have
link.
your own company. That's that you should have that anyways. Like
Yeah, well, I mean, this I've got a link to my Teespring store. I believe it's pinned to the top of the group. Or it
yeah,
was.
it was.
And
You
then
can pin it again if it's not anymore.
here, let me. Oh, I may have unpinned it when I pinned the frames in stock.
Oh, gotcha.
Why don't I like TikTok? Because I can't play videos big.
Yeah, that one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, Angel. Oh, God. Oh.
Well, I know it sucks that I can't play it in large format.
I know, but it's TikTok and the frick frock and stuff.
Let's zoom in.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel, talk to Jay for sure, because I think Jay might have the hookup on at least who you can talk to for getting in the truck.
Danish, it may be because I'm not logged in. I don't have a TikTok account, so I can't log in.
Oh, and for those who are using the optimized drone TikTok account or hashtags or whatever, just know that TikTok's had some fun with our account, and apparently it switched the date, my birth date, back to the stock birth date, and now it thinks I'm 16 years old. So just saying. So now it won't let me receive private messages or anything like that. And it's all like, it's like, this is the stupidest thing ever. So we now have a new TikTok that is specifically for the team tags, which is team optimized drone, as opposed to just optimized drone on TikTok. There are no videos up, but Danish and Robert and Royal and all those guys, if you're posting on TikTok, just throw up in at Team Optimized Drone or whatever, you know? But yeah. So, Royal, I sent you a message with the new code for the promotion. The most promotion it would allow me to do, because some of the items didn't have much of a profit margin or anything, the most promotion it would let me do is $7. So that's the discount that we're getting right now, for now at least, until I figure out how to do more for you guys. So Matt, I talked to Royal, and I think he would be better suited. Does the Mutiny HD V2 have 7-inch arms available?
Both. I have. I think I've got 2 sets of 7-inch arms left. There's been a couple people that have been wanting 7-inch lately. I didn't expect as many too. But yeah, I've got 1 set of 7-inch arms, and I think I talked to him the other day about that.
And then, did you send him the team code for the Gank stuff? Because I'm pretty sure he's looking at the site as well, because he was looking at also the Necromancer, which yeah, I don't know whether you have any. What?
Not available yet. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, oh, I know. He was thinking about that and all that. So I wanted to. Who wouldn't want 2 more inches? He says. But yeah, man, he was 7 inches his sweet spot for chasing. So
Yeah, I talked to him earlier, or talked to him. I think it was Thursday or Friday.
yeah, he called me
But,
yesterday. I was just busy and couldn't really chat too much.
so I have a question. So I get people say this a lot.
Ooh,
Why would you want a dead cat?
yes, agreed. Thank you.
No, just I mean, honestly. So the to me the most common response, and I'm not going to assume your response. I'll wait for your response. But the most common response that I find is people don't want props in view. I specifically designed the Mutiny HD V2 to have 0 props in view up to 6 inch, specifically for some of this filming, that people are doing, chasing cars,
Yeah,
stuff like that. People don't want props in view. That's understandable. But you don't need to go dead cat to do it. Now the 7 inch, Jeff Poole is flying the 7 inch. He has 0 props in his HD footage. He said there is some in his FPV footage, but there's none in his HD footage. All right,
yeah.
that's 7 inch. All right. I, I mean, I could make a dead cat. To be honest, I mean, I don't get a lot of demand for it because quite a few of my frames don't have props in view. Right. So, the Nemesis HD, or the OG Nemesis HD, doesn't have props in view. The Micro Nemesis doesn't have props in view. The Necromancer, of course, is not going to have props in view for 7 and 8 inch. Um, the Mutiny HD V2, no props in view up to 6 inch. 7 inch, if you've got below a 15-degree high def cam, you're going to see a little bit at the bottom of your screen. But I mean, I see. I mean, that's the only problem I have with designing dead cat arms for a frame that's not dead cat is the problem that people like Pyroflip and other companies that have done that are running into, where the dead cat arms, because you actually have to curve them at where the attachment point is, it really kind of throws the weave structure off in the arm, and it takes away a lot of strength at that mounting point. So what you end up with is you get a lot of broken arms right at that spot. I mean, if I was to design a dead cat, I would probably do one from scratch, or I might use the Mutiny V1, just because the way that I designed the arm surrounds on that one may make it a little bit easier for me to keep the weave structure in the arms to maintain strength. But the best, like I say, if you're going to design a dead cat, it should be designed from scratch. Um, Especially the arms, like I said, you really want to keep as much weave structure and strength in that carbon as possible. So, um, as far as the dead cat maneuvering, it, in my opinion, it usually, because they have to extend the rear arms enough to make the front fit. And the front props ending up being a little wider than the rear props, they tend to maneuver pretty stably. Um, but it's I don't know, like my Sky, the Skya, the original Skya flies like that because the back 2 motors are a little bit tighter. The problem with that is when you start adding weight, you're not going to get as much stability. Um, yeah, and as far as flying, it's the flight feel. Dead cat versus squished X versus stretched X versus true X. I mean, to me, it's all kind of personal opinion. Um, like I got kind of a good giggle about Vitrafly commenting that he doesn't know if he's going to be able to fly smooth or not. And I was like, dude, I said, you fly smooth every time you're not flippy flopping. I said, if you
Dude,
watch
he could
videos,
play.
he's
Dude,
got he's got really good flow through his videos in the spots where he's not flippy flopping. I mean, the flippy flop is just that's freaking tight tuning control and knowing exactly how long you need to hold that stick for for your rates. But I think he'd be a great pilot. Like I said, stability is often in the hands of the pilots. It uh,
dude, I don't know how, but Robert could make a fucking bathtub fly smooth. I
it
don't know.
well, like I said, I saw his video with the freaking OG Nemesis, and he I didn't think he could S-bang with that heavy thing.
But he
You know,
did.
but he did very well.
like
So
that's the thing. I'm pretty sure if I were to put motors on like one of those giant, super heavy clawfoot fucking tubs and get it flying, he could spang it. Like,
if you give him some time to tune I'm pretty sure he could S-bang anything that you.
oh yeah, I know. Like that dude, that man's a fucking wizard.
But the dead, like I said, the dead cat is something I had thrown up, but it's something that it's low on my list. Um, the amount of people that buy dead cat frames are really kind of low, to be honest, versus other freestyle frames and racing frames and stuff like that. And like I said, it's something I may do in the future. If demand, if people start buying, if I notice the trend and people buying more dead cat frames, it's not something I can't do. It's just something I haven't done for the demand yet. Most of the frames that I've been designing have been to try to keep up with demand or the market sectors that I don't have anything in yet.
Yeah.
So, my as a business person, my first thought is to get decent designs for each of these market segments, and then now I end up in a cycle where I get these designs for the market segments, and then I end up getting some feedback. Hey, could you do this? Or hey, could you do that? Or can you make it fit this? Or and I end up just going around in circles and editing. Like I actually got a couple of hours today to work on my new race frame. I wish I had more. I should have had more. Or being a little lazy, but the new race frame is should be. I'm hoping to get some prototypes cut when I order when I re-up on my order for before IO. So I'm hoping to get the frame at least to a prototype ready phase by the end of this week, because I need to place my order by the beginning. By after 4th of July, just to make sure that I've got enough time to receive them before I go to West Coast Throwdown. I need to get some more Mutiny frames. Let's see. The standard Mutiny frame. I got a bunch of Mutiny HD frames. Like, if you guys they got a ton of Mutiny HD frames. Like 30 or something.
Yeah.
So, and I've got, this week, Tuesday or Wednesday, if you guys have been waiting on the 3.5 inch or the 4 inch Nemesis Micro HD, those are coming in this week. And I'm supposed to be working on a package for to take the 3.5 inch version, and I want to make an X8 kit where I'll sell 2 bottom plates, and I'll sell you the spacer that comes in between and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So that I want to do. Kind of want to do an X12, but it's fuck. There's no flight controllers with that many outputs. You need 8 plus 4 additional. So I know there's a couple out there that do 8, but have the 4 additional ports to remap to 4 more motors. I don't know if I can get a battery on the thing big enough to even work like that, though. Oh, I did not yet. Thank you for reminding me, Adita. Yeah, Danish Stallion had some some crazy shit going off here. Um, so this is from his uh,
Oh my God! Yeah, his
DPI
video. Jesus
DDR.
Christ.
Dude, Matty flipped through two gaps, blind gaps. It's just fucking insane. Here we go again. Watch him. So through forward flip to Matty, and then through back through both of them, dude. 16 by 16-inch gaps, he says.
Right.
So that's not leaving a lot, considering my frame floats 5.5-inch props, so that's 11-inch there. Plus the width of the frame's another inch and a half. So not a lot of gap there.
Oh, I want to work.
And then here's his video. I'll play this one again from last week. This is the one from him and B-Rad from a while back. Danish is one of those guys. He flies and records everything, so he's got footage from. He just normally he'll take some of the best of his footage and post it up, but this one's kind of a. He had this one in story. I think it's freaking badass. But Danish like me, he's working, man. You gotta get your time in to fly and edit when you can. I like this down into the orbit around the nasty ass looking fountain there.
Hey Matt, I just sent you something, but it's private. It's not for the stream. All right.
Yep.
That high school that they always fly at is ridiculous, man.
That was awesome as usual. I just minimized that and freaking went to the next video, didn't I? So yeah, go sub Danish Stallion, you guys. He's got some freaking awesome ass videos. Hoping he can he is a Gank MultiRotors pilot, right? So, but I mean, dude, I was straight up. I mean, we were sharing his videos long before. He's been an optimized drone team pilot for quite a while. You guys know that.
Oh yeah.
Here's Danish's YouTube channel, Danish Stallion on YouTube. Go check him out. Yeah, I got tons of footage that I've never posted, but it's mainly because it sucks. I don't want to see how bad I am at flying.
Angel and Billy, yeah, guys, I got like my whole gaming PC is 2 terabyte thing, and within a couple months of me buying this brand new thing, it was full, and I had to start putting external drives in because I just kept having so much fucking footage. So, yeah.
That's Facebook footage. But yeah, and just so y'all know, I am looking for more race pilots, more freestyle pilots here soon. Right now, the only thing holding me back is I need a little more sales to be able to give away more frames. but yeah, definitely there'll be more Gank pilots coming soon.
Yeah, and guys, we've got quite a bit of OD pilots, but we've always got our eyes out, and we're always looking. And I am planning at some point, either this season or at the beginning of next season, to add a couple more to the roster. So if you guys are interested, definitely reach out, and we'll at least consider you, no matter what. But we've had a couple of people reach out recently, and yeah, just know we're talking, we're discussing. But yeah, hey guys, I really gotta jet out of here pretty quick soon. I got a really, really sketchy busy day tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and just drift off into the moonlight tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just spamming.
Yeah, you are. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was looking at the comments, just going optimized road, optimized road, optimized.
Well,
road.
I mean, I'm trying to get friends of the show and freaking
Oh yeah.
all of our OD pilots.
Oh man, that list is long now. We got Drone on, we got Royal and Jake now.
Well, I know, and unfortunately YouTube doesn't let me put my subscriptions into groups. So, and I have quite a few fucking things.
I'm gonna start setting up some hashtag cut and paste and some like YouTube channel cut and paste that we can use and put it on the Google Drive. Billy, thanks for chatting and thanks for hanging out, man. Good video too.
Yes, sir. Awesome videos as always.
All right, guys. So
I am gonna put.
Check out Matt's store. Check out, he's got some new frames up. Check out his merch store, which you put the link for in there. Check out our new merch store. We've got hoodies at around 30 to 35 bucks and t-shirts super low too. Team pilots get that discount that I put in the chat. We have July 24th, Robert's event in Virginia, and then West Coast Throwdown.
So another thing, I'm gonna task this one with you, Dan. But we should put the optimized drone store and the Gank MultiRotors store in our YouTube page description.
Yes, I agree. I will be working on this week. My plan is to upgrade the YouTube descriptions, the Patreon stuff, the store, as well as the group page.
Yeah, and once he gets that done, I'm gonna because I'm running the stream and editing all the bullshit. I need to put that into the body data.
Yeah.
Is all of our links, so it's on each stream episode as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, everybody, you all have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. I'm going to stick around for a little bit, you guys. So if you guys have some videos that you want to share, send them to me. I'm going to go through some of our videos. I've seen quite a few.
Dude, that would actually be awesome. Thank you.
I'll stay on for a little bit. If you guys want to run through some of your videos, message them to me on Facebook, and I'll try to get them up. Yes, we should have the links on Facebook also, Adita.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be posting all of these links in the OD group on Facebook as well. So hit up all that. This week, the beginning of this week for me is super crazy hectic and stressful. So maybe Wednesday, check in on all these things, guys, so that I have a little bit of time to divvy up some things on the store and all that stuff. So hit that up, and I am, for our 2 Patreon patrons, I am updating the Patreon this week. I've got some footage in there that is solely for Patreon. So, all right. I'm peacing out. Matt's taking over, guys. Peace.
Later, Dane. All right. So I'm going to start off with, so I got 2 new videos. Well, actually, I got 3 new videos from Captain Colin. For those of you that don't know, Captain Colin is also a Team Optimized drone pilot. There's his link to his YouTube channel. Please go check him out. We're going to check out his new, he's calling it a Brando. I'm guessing it's a brand new building that is flyable. Oh, hold on. I suppose I should take the camera off my face if I'm going to show videos. Let's try that again. Captain Colin on YouTube, guys. Links in the chat box. Well, chat box. And unfortunately, that's as loud as I can get that to go, I believe. Let's see if I can fiddle with that a minute. This looks like it's going to be a hotel or something. Nice. Is that DJI, that digital flutter there? Is that just because you're on the far opposite side of the building from yourself? Looks almost like a little bit of multipathing or something, but I think you're on digital. Well, you got a little black speck on your screen, or is that me? I think that might be me. So that was Captain Colin from the Brando. We'll go to his little church run here. Nice flying, Colin. Nice. Very nice flying, Colin. Holy crap. I like this spot, too. Ugh. Thought for sure you were going to head her into that freaking wall. guys. Captain Colin. All right. Here's Adidas FPV. So this is from the TDK Big Sky 200. Ultra 4 and Pro Trucks. You had a nice little perch spot on top of that hill. That must have been a pain in the ass if you crashed and had to go get your shit. I don't know, man. I'd have to say these guys are a little hesitant for as beefy as them trucks look. I don't know. I feel like I'd be hammered down a little bit more than that. That's why I don't race, though. That problem. Too much speed. That guy looks like he lost his hood. I like the background music, too, by the way. Very nice. So I don't think Spooner had any new stuff. Oh, I did want to look at there he is. Michael Scott Rue had a new one. I don't know if it's him or maybe it's under Shelby's. There you go. So this is Shelby chasing Michael Scott Rue for the, normally it's the other way around. Yeah, wing chasing with another wings to me seems like it would be a lot harder than chasing a wing with the quad. You kind of have to communicate with the other pilot. Chris Chris Tudor says, "Me and Rue are going to chase him in 3D." I love those blue LEDs on the back, though. That makes it look freaking pretty badass. Almost like we got little freaking jet engines. MSR's getting pretty good with his wing flying, too. Dude, Danish, that'd be like, I don't know. I helped a local guy, set up his quad for 3D. I've never flown it myself, right? But I helped a local guy get his quad set up for 3D, and it looks pretty goddamn fun, to be honest. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen it. Obviously, I've seen him flying before. I just never wanted to give it a try myself, I guess. I don't know. I might do one eventually just to see what it's up. All right, guys, that is Shelby Vole. Let me drop his YouTube link for you guys. Shelby Vole's always got incredible freaking wing footage. He's got some crazy mountain surfing. He's got some crazy packs that he was ripping through the tunnels at freaking Rotor Riot Rampage. Like the trench run at Rotor Riot Rampage was pretty badass. Well, Danish, those Gank frames are probably a little bit tougher than what you were flying back then. Let me see here. Here's a little bit of our favorite overseas pilot, Gung Wu. Gun Wu FPV. I think this is a combination of all the cinematic footage that he's done recently, because I remember one of these I saw where he was flying the top of the mountain. I don't remember these ocean view scenes. Get my ugly face out of the corner there. Oh, I was gonna say, I was wondering if he was gonna get close to that. That's a pretty badass looking restaurant marina thing. Did y'all see that? Look like a ship. That's pretty cool. Looks like it might be the clubhouse at a marina, because they had a bunch of boats on lifts next to it. guessing it's still fairly cool where he's at when he filmed this, because there wasn't a whole lot of people on the beach and everybody on the boat was wearing jackets. Yeah, see, that's a marina. You see all the boats all lined up there on lifts. Shit, look at that building there. Fuck. That building looks like a damn cruise ship parked on the side of a mountain. Like straight up. Although, to be honest, that would probably be something cool to do with a used cruise ship, is to prop it up on land and turn it into a hotel or something. Beautiful beaches, though, man. So that's Gunwoo FPV. I'll share his there. We watch his videos enough. He's given us good content. Might as well give him a link there. All right. Here's a video from Jake Blackburn. We'll watch one of his. He's also an optimized drone team pilot. He did some chasing at the National Hill Climbing. We've got a little couple previews, just preview shots. But he did the official event for them. I think that one's the same one. So Jake's doing a lot of motocross chase, hill climb chase, monster trucks I'm hearing too. Oh, indoor snowmobiles even. That was awesome. Played it in big format so we can actually see it. If one thing, if the thing I dislike the most about this, the TikTok videos, I mean, other than the fact that I don't like the company, I'll never make a TikTok. But the biggest problem I have with it, I guess, at the forefront is that it's turning everybody's videos to freaking 9x16 instead of 16x9. So That's. But I do like it when pilots post both forms of the video. Thank you, Jake. Let's see. Renegade himself posted a video last week. So obviously, Renegade is a optimized drone team pilot, team co-founder. Out chasing his buddy's jet ski a little bit. And I'm glad modern jet skis aren't as bad with the roost as what they used to be, uh, specifically for drone flying. But the the roost coming out of jet skis, stand ups, the old stand up style, and then even some of the sit down style was you shot up good freaking 10, 15 feet in the air behind you. It was cool for trying to douse people and stuff like that. But this type is much more conducive for FPV flight, where you're not going to get splashed by it. Yeah, I like this little river beach area. All right, that's Dan's channel. Give him a like and a subscribe. For Spooner FPV, optimized drone team pilot, and also Gank MultiRotors pilot. All right. Loreno's got something new. Let's see what Loreno's got here. Again, tiki-talk format. We get some awesome freaking footage of these guys riding trick bikes. But he ends up with a lot of shorts. Here we go. There's a 16:9 video. What's up, Rat? I know you like that chasey chase stuff, huh? I mean, to be honest, the use of drones as video tools like this, I mean, there's no other way you could get these shots. It's just not possible. So. And this is a lot harder than it looks, by the way, guys. Because the speeds of these cars is going up and down. Obviously, trying to keep them in frame while you're moving in an opposite direction than, what's conducive for our type of flying. I mean, obviously, our cameras are pointed frontwards, right? I wouldn't mind having a little drift lot parking lot, except for the enormous amount of money that I would spend in tires. Like, to be honest, that part of the reason I got into drone racing instead of getting back into car racing was the cost, man. Spend $20,000 on a car, and then you got to spend $1,000, $2,000 a weekend on race fees, race fuel, freaking engine work, tires, uh, and then if you crash or somebody, just somebody brushes into you or bumps your rear end wrong, it costs you 20 grand. So, uh, yeah, I'm a big car guy. I'm gonna end up getting a car that's something I can toy with. Uh, it'd be nice if I could get something that's multi-purpose, but I'm one of those people. I've always had, like, right now I own 3 cars. All 3 of them are SUVs, of course, but currently. Um, but yeah, I own 3 cars now, and I'm looking at getting another one. I will probably get rid of the current Ford Expedition that I have, just because it's 260 something thousand miles. I've owned it since 100,000 miles, so bought it in 2010 for like $3,000, and it's definitely uh, been worth the money. I've taken that damn thing to Michigan. I've taken it down to the Gulf multiple times. Taken it off-roading. Took it on some pretty gnarly ranch roads. When I went up to visit Bob Ruge, he was staying at a ranch up north of here. Um, Went to visit, hang out with him a while back. But I like the utilitarianness of a SUV. I do also like horsepower. One of the reasons I've got a Saab 97X sitting in my driveway, one of the reasons that's still sitting there is because I want to put a V8 in it. So, I need a garage because this Texas heat doesn't play nice with people working on cars out in it. And my neighborhood doesn't allow me to have what do you call them, the car campings. Obviously, my garage is being used for other things. But yeah, the neighborhood doesn't allow us to put those canopies, portable canopy type things out in the driveway. I can put one out for temporary. Man, Skadoosh hasn't posted in a while. Anyway, let's see if anybody else. Make sure got all the ones that everybody sent me. Anyhow, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it quits. It is 10 o'clock my time. I don't have to get up for work early, so I'm going to sit here and debate on which one of these fine cars. See, this here could be the Gank MultiRotors road trip vehicle. There's only 2 things that would keep me from seriously considering this. One is it doesn't have a bump out, and I really enjoy the amount of extra space that bump outs give you. And 2, it's a 04, so it's got kind of a little bit of an outdated interior in it. Which, I mean, to be honest, if I take this for events, I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time in here. But me being a little older, and I want something a little newer than that, and with a bump out. Like I said, if I'm going to spend money on something, it's going to have what I want. But that's super low miles, 45,000 miles, and they want under 20 grand for it. It's got the big Ford V10 in it, so it's gas, so I don't have to, still be getting super shit gas mileage. But it would be gas and not diesel. So, Although I prefer, to be honest, I prefer a diesel. But right now with the gas, the way the gas shit's going, I think they're purposely keeping the diesel prices high. But yeah, man, anybody looking for an FPV road vehicle, send me a message. It's an F450 frame, 158 inches, which is 20 some odd feet. I can't think off the top of my head right now. But I mean, it's actually, like I said, it's not a bad vehicle. If I had my own prop right now, because again, I can't store it on the property, I'd have to pay a rental fee or a storage fee somewhere at a storage place in town. But yeah, this would make like that's a very reasonably priced. And the cool thing about these is you don't get a stand. You can get an RV loan or a recreational vehicle loan, and you can get like a 10 or a 15-year loan on it. I mean, granted, why would you want to at 17 grand? But like vehicles like these, they're renting for, because the drivable type are renting for 200 plus a day, right? So if you were to purchase this and you only use it for your usage whenever you want, I just clear out those days on the schedule and just put it up on RV Share or Outdoorsy or something. I mean, those are sites that I rent from every time when I go on these trips, because I'm too old and crippled to sleep on the ground. If I slept on the ground or even on a cot in a tent or something like that, I would wake up so freaking sore in the morning. I would spend half of my morning trying to be able to move. Trust me, I've done it. I did. We had a flight festival out not too far away from here in Texas, and I did that one year. And man, it was a flipping nightmare. Having to wake up, crawl off the ground. I've got really poor ankles. Almost pissed myself trying to make it to the bathroom in time because it took me so long to even get up off the ground. That was terrible. But anyway, so I'm definitely a camper, RV type camper. Plus, I'm a big guy, so I appreciate air conditioning. But yeah, that's really not a bad price. That's why it's on the list. And actually, it's kind of on there. My son was thinking about doing some travel work, and buying an RV to do travel work is great because you can just find an RV site that's close to where you want to work and park it there, and you bring your house with you. So, but yeah, Jeeps, a Jeep would work. I need something that could tow 3,500 to 4,000 pounds. So not crazy heavy. Now, would it be nice to have something that tows more? Because obviously, if you're pushing the maximum limit of a tow vehicle, I'm going to end up in a situation I'm at now, where I've got that Mercury Mariner with a 3.0 liter V6 that I'm maximum tow cap of 3,500. So, and it's got 200,000 miles on it, so I'm sure it's lost some compression and a little bit of power. It's definitely lost gas mileage because it was originally rated at 24 miles to the gallon, and I get 21. I do like these new Ford Rangers, but if I get one, I want to order it so it's configured exactly how I want it. I don't know, if I buy a newer vehicle, I want all of the options that I want. I mean, that's kind of, if I don't want to buy a vehicle that's 1 year old, save a little bit of money and miss out on a couple of options that I want. But I do kind of like the new Ford Rangers a little bit. I like the Ford Mavericks a lot. Like, actually, the Maverick I was going to buy one brand new this year. They just weren't available. But this for 34 grand, it's not terrible. 40,000 miles. And these have a 4,000 pound towing capacity. And I do prefer the 4-wheel drive if I get a vehicle. I mean, even for as little as I use 4-wheel drive, my family's from Michigan, and it's more fun in the snow in 4-wheel drive. It's more stable in the snow in 4-wheel drive. So, but I mean, right now, like, there's a couple of nice ones. Like I said, I really like this Ford F-150 in the Expeditions. couple of these I'm kind of avoiding because they say they're in freaking Rhode Island, which is one of the salt states, or states they put salt on the roads. So I'm a little leery about that. But I think that Ford Flex, like I said, I like a little bit of ground clearance. These Honda Passports, if I was looking for a brand new vehicle, that would definitely be up there on the list, or a couple year old vehicle. Simply because I did Hondas, if I can get a low mileage Honda. Yeah, the problem is I won't be using it for towing all the time. Like a lot of the trips that I go to down here, like when I go to Dallas, when I go to San Antonio or Houston, I would just be putting a couple of totes in the back of my SUV. Um, when I'm going on a camping trip or a long trip where I'm traveling a day away or 2 days away, I would want to tow a trailer uh, just to make it easier for me and the dog and everybody else. Yeah, I mean, like I said, my car is getting old. It's getting to where it's harder to find parts. Like I said, I had to pay $280 to get for the alternator, and then it was $850 for the labor. I do most of the labor myself, but man, here in Texas, it's been freaking 100 degrees for weeks now. So it's kind of hard. You got to wake up early in the morning to get outside and do work. Um, yeah, the Durangos. I stay clear of Dodge stuff unless it's a Super Duty or a 2500 series. Um, Me and a bunch of people I know and members of my family have all had transmission problems with Dodges, and those are some of the most expensive problems to have, unfortunately. Um, I've had really good luck with my Fords and my GMs. I've had GMCs and Chevy trucks as well. I've owned, like I said, I typically own one vehicle that I drive daily, and then another vehicle that I have as a backup. So in case my daily goes down, I've got something that I can drive to work and drive back and forth to the auto parts store, or if I'm working on my daily driver. And you get to that point where you've got your whole freaking wheel hub disassembled, and then all of a sudden a castle nut strips, and you got to go to the store. I don't want to have to ride a pedal bike up to the store in 100 and something degree heat to go get a part. Um, Typically, I like to have. I've had usually 3 running vehicles, uh, but they've all been. I've I haven't had a loan for a vehicle since 2001, maybe. Everything else, I just save up money and I buy what I want. It's a lot easier, just easier to negotiate. Um, it's kind of screwed me on my credit because my credit's stuck at just below 800 because I can't get any more because I don't have revolving, or I don't have a loan that I'm paying on. So this is kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Get a small loan, increase my credit. This MKT, I don't know if you guys have ever driven one of these. This was something uh, when they first came out. Um, my ex liked the look of them, uh, so I went and test drove one, and I test drove one of the 3.5 EcoBoost all-wheel drives. This thing is it, like the EcoBoost Ford Flex it's a sleeper. It's like if you go to tuner channels and stuff like that, it's a freaking sleeper. A lot of people, some people know, right? Some people don't know. But 360 some odd horsepower and an all-wheel drive, tiny little car. So this has got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine in it, turbocharged, right? I don't know if it'll tell you the actual horsepower. I think it was like 338 or something like that. Let's see. I dig it. 365 horsepower, 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. Holds 7 passengers, gets 23 miles to the gallon. It's got a 6-speed overdrive transmission. And I think the torque was up there too. I think the torque was in the 300s as well. Yeah, 350 pound-feet of torque. I just don't like the ugly ass grill. That looks like a baleen whale. But like I like the color and everything else too, so but that one's got relatively low miles. That would be something that I could use on road trips to tow and be fairly comfortable in. But I really like the looks of these edges. And the guy that used to live across the street from me, Fred, he had one of these, and he didn't want to get rid of it. He kept, he paid a couple grand more than once in the 3 years that I lived there to keep it on the road. And I was just like, it's like, dude, but it's crashed, dude. Just get another one. He goes, nah, I can't find another one. It's hard to find the Edge Sport or the Edge ST. He had I think he had an ST, but the Edge ST is just nuts. It's like it's the big V6 twin turbo in this tiny little car that's all-wheel drive. But they're running like 34, 35 grand. Throttle down customs, that's good to know. But this one here has got the 2.7 liter turbo V6 all-wheel drive. It's a smaller vehicle, so it doesn't need that, as big of an engine. I hate how hard it is to clean suede seats, but I like how they grip your ass better than leather when you're driving in something and actually trying to take corners. Like I said, it's got about the same amount of space as my Mercury Mariner's got, maybe a little less just because of the angle of the back window versus my square boxy ass. Thing, but man, this right here gets the worst gas mileage out of all of them. But it being a big vehicle, I think I'd be more comfortable in that or that Expedition. I don't know, dude. I get really. I just picky, and I take a long time to make my decisions when I'm spending a nice chunk of change like that. Because I'm at that age. Dude, I turned 50 this year, right? So for me, I'm like, man, I really do want a hot rod, something that's got a little go to it when I put my foot down. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, it's like, okay, well, if I do that Pontiac G8, right, then I limit. I could ride around 4 adults in it, and I know that 6.2 liter, they'll run forever. We've got crazy amounts of upgrades for them, and they're super cheap to get rebuilt because it's parts readily available. Man, that'd be a fun ass car. But I'm not going to strap a trailer to it and take it on a road trip. You know what I mean? I'd be stupid if I did that. They're collectors at this point. I don't know. I want that. I want that vehicle that I can use to tow shit. Ideal. What would be ideal would be a Ford Excursion diesel, to be honest. But they're God, the prices of them motherfuckers, have you seen them lately? They've gone up like crazy. I think the couple that I saw that were listed on here, zoom out a little bit so all these little pop-ups aren't being so huge. The couple that I found on here were around they were around 30K, but they were still like 238,000 miles. This one here, low miles, right? But who the hell wants a 5.4 liter in that big ass car? The 5.4 liter has trouble moving the flipping Expedition, and this is, it's a freaking 3/4 ton frame. So, but yeah, I mean, they've got some nice ones. But 238,000 miles, which, depending on how it was treated, can be a lot or it can be almost nothing for a diesel. I mean, this is a sharp looking Excursion. The other one they had on there sold. It's actually in really good shape too. But again, try to find a bank to give you a loan, give you a $35,000 loan for a vehicle that's 17 years old. It has 238,000 miles. Yeah, if you can find a low mileage one, you're probably looking at 40K, 50K. The other one was the Suburban. So Chevy makes a Suburban 2500, but it's only available as a commercial vehicle, and they don't list it in here per se. All I can do is search the Suburbans and then look for the ones with the 8 lug rims. Sometimes they'll say 2500 down here, but they're super rare, man. They only make a couple hundred a year, maybe 1,000 a year. Yeah, no, like I said, you and I understand that 250,000 miles is probably midlife for a diesel. Most diesels will get like 500,000 if they're maintained correctly. But again, justifying that to a bank is where it becomes the problem, right? But yeah, I end up scrolling through these and looking at the wheels, because they have, I think it's a 8 lug axle versus the 6 lug axles, and the lug nut spacing is larger on the 2500s. Here's a 2500 here. I'll show you what I mean. That's holy crap. Okay, I didn't see that one before. Let me put a little love symbol on that. But if you notice, the axles are a little bit different on the 2500s. And again, they were only, when they made them as commercial vehicles. So you're going to end up finding them in white and in black, and that's about it. And they're usually in a very low level of trim, like the LS trim. Or you'll find them with the typical police edition vinyl floors, or police edition where it's got cloth seats in the front but leather seats in the back. This one's actually pretty decent. Huh. So, but the thing is, with the 2500 Suburbans, they didn't put a diesel in them. So what you're going to end up getting is you're going to end up with I think it's a 6.2 liter gas, depending on the year. They did have an 8.1 liter gas that they put in them for a few years. My dad actually had a Chevy Avalanche 2500 that had an 8.1 liter gas engine in it. Yeah, hard plastic seat. I haven't. Well, the cruisers, yeah, but most of the SUVs, like all around Texas, SUV is the most popular vehicle for police cars, and they're starting to switch from like the Ford Explorers to the Chevy Tahoes. So let's see what engine this one has. So this has got the 6 liter, right? So LT, 15 miles to the gallon. Look at that shit. Bam. 382 pound-feet of torque. So it's 6-speed transmission, man. A 373 axle ratio. I'm really surprised it's only getting 15 miles to the gallon. Oh, it's 4-wheel drive. But anyway, that's not a bad one. I'd have to pay an extra freaking $1,400 to have it shipped here, though, or fly to Virginia Beach and fly back. But yeah, the Chevy Suburbans are pretty rare. In the Ford Expeditions, like I said, I could buy a regular Chevy Suburban or a regular Ford Expedition. I trust both of them about equally. It's just a matter of getting one that's got very few owners, or the Ford Expedition last Ford Expedition I bought was an off lease vehicle, so that was a corporate lease vehicle. So it had maintenance. All the maintenance records were done, and they were on the Carfax. Yeah, there we go. Only $87,000 for a 2021 High Country 4-wheel drive. Ooh, I kind of like the looks of that one. 197,000 miles. Good God. That's the problem when you get into these big vehicles like that. A lot of times they'll accumulate the miles pretty quickly. Well, like I don't know why the one vehicle I didn't look at. And I always try to narrow down the little bullshit ones. Get rid of the 4 cylinders. Because I'm probably not going to tow anything with a 4-cylinder. Although the Ford Maverick, one of the reasons I was looking at it, one of the reasons I hesitated, but in order to get the tow, you can get a 4,000 pound towing capacity on it, but you have to get the 2.2 liter turbo, so no hybrid. So you lose 8 miles per gallon for not having the hybrid, and then it has to be all-wheel drive, so you lose another couple miles per gallon. Still ends up like 30 or 32 miles per gallon, but it's a 2 liter turbo. But they do say it'll tow up to 4,000 pounds. And again, Toyotas are great. They just hold their value a lot. So trying to find one with low miles and a low price or a decent price, pretty tough. Like, you can find 4Runners down around 24K, 21,000, but miles are going to be up there. Yeah, I don't know. I've been around cars long enough that I know that there's quite a few brands that I'll stick around, and then there's quite a few that I'll stay away from. Like, I don't know why something's got me jaded against the Volkswagen 2.0 liter turbo, so I won't look at anything that's got a Volkswagen 2.0 liter turbo, or even an Audi with the 2.0 liter turbo for that matter. Now, with that being said, this would be my bougie ass carry my ass across the country ride here. That's the Q7. That's the Audi version of the Volkswagen. Sorry, this is what Volkswagen turned into the Volkswagen Atlas, which is their biggest SUV. It's got a 3 liter supercharged engine in it. Built-in nav, all the bougie crap. This one's an S line, but it's not the S, which is fine. 300 and something horsepower is plenty for me for pretty much anything. But I do like the options to tune it up. Yeah, Jeff. So late. We stopped talking about FPV stuff about 30 minutes ago. Nice. Yeah, July 9th is the so not let's see. This weekend, next weekend coming up is 4th of July weekend, and then the weekend after that, I got to go up to Dallas for the GQ. So I'll hopefully be able to improve my time. I have not touched Velocidrone. Actually, I should be doing that now. Matter of fact, hanging out, sitting on Velocidrone, freaking trying to improve my times. Anyway, I'll let y'all go. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'm gonna research my car shit some more. Actually, need to. It's been a week since I pulled these up, so I probably need to go back and look at them again. Hey Jeff, this one's in Naples, Florida. You should drive it out to me. I actually had a Ford Explorer for a rental car for a while. It was comfortable. Like I said, I know y'all can see how big I am this way, but I'm freaking 6'3" for me to get in some of these tiny cars, man. It's like that. The Mariner is borderline uncomfortable, and I've taken it on 20,000 miles, 30,000 miles worth of road trips at least. So, well, I bought it with 100,000 miles. It's got 206 now. So, yeah, probably half of that's commuting. So, I'd say about 50,000 miles worth of road trips because I've been to MultiGPIO 3 times in it now. And then been to Michigan in it, been to California in it, been to Phoenix, been to Las Vegas, been to San Jose, California. Yeah, I need something that's comfy, but it's like not going to kill me on the goddamn gas pump, man. I ain't made of money. That freaking. If it gets better, like I said, if it can get 20 miles to the gallon on the highway on the regular, and be more comfortable than what I'm driving now, it'll replace what I have now. So I'll be happy. When I move out in the boonies, that's when I'll do my electric car conversion. Hybrids are great. They just don't tow worth a shit. They seriously are. You can't tow with a hybrid. I think the Highlander hybrid was the only one that had any kind of towing capacity, and those are expensive as hell. But yeah, for like when I get my property, I'm going to be living about an hour outside of town, so I'm definitely going to want a vehicle. But yeah, the Highlander hybrid was the only one that had any kind of towing capacity that was high enough for what I needed, and that's the new ones. The ones that I would be in the market for would be like 2016, 2017. But I mean, dude, I like the Highlanders. Some of them. I don't like the looks of all of them. That's that's one of the things. Depends on the year and it depends on the model because I don't like the ones that look like super grandpa-ish with like tons of chrome and crap on it. See, but yeah, look, I mean that's. Let me see. Throw in some of these. But then you start really getting up into the price. Fucking 50 grand for the newer ones. Like that's a nice one there, but mile you get if you get anything with super low miles, you're gonna end up with a freaking super high price tag. Not cheap unless you go back and get one that's like a 2010 or 2011. I mean, if I was going to buy something that new, it would have to be my daily driver, and it would have to suit the need for when I move out to the boonies. Right, so you have to get pretty. I mean, 28 miles to the gallon for a hybrid, not bad, but for my daily driver, I would be wanting more than that commute wise. And I wouldn't get it. This is just a standard hybrid. The plug-in type hybrids, I would not get one until I get my property and I get my solar station hooked up, because I'm not paying outrageous amounts. Plus, if you live in a suburban neighborhood like I'm living in now, chances are they're going to run out of power soon. I've already seen it. And no, you can't charge a hybrid overnight, unless you're only driving it, less than 20 miles. You're not going to charge your hybrid overnight on a plug-in unless you've got a high amperage charger. It would be cool if more places like, where you work had plug-ins, so you could park at work and charge there, and then you could, not have to plug and charge at your house. Those big companies that pay extra tax dollars to make sure that their power doesn't get cut off when we have to do rolling blackouts and brownouts. These were one of the ones that I was kind of looking at and was like, yeah, I could stretch that. But you look into freaking the gas mileage, and it's like 26. I don't know. Anyways, all right, guys, I'll let y'all go. I'll sit here and fart around with this stuff on my own. You guys don't want to fucking see this crap anyway. All right, thanks, guys, for sticking around. I'll holler at you later. Yeah. I got 2 generators that I could put in the back of the car to charge the car. I got the 130 amp generator. But again, that's not something I want to do. Have to carry around a freaking generator. Start it. What am I going to do? Chain it to my car in downtown Austin so nobody freaking comes and steals it? I mean, it's. I'm not going to sit there out in the hot sun and watch it recharge either. So, Aaron Cisco with the hi bye. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? I don't know. I'll find something, or I'll find multiple things. Who knows? I'm stupid like that sometimes with cars. Yeah, I want to. That 97X that I got sitting in my driveway, I got to do a little bit of work to it, and it's worth about freaking $6,000 on the market right now because it's low miles. It's freaking pristine interior. It's really good shape. Just needs a good scrub down and a buff. It's just sitting in my money. I got money sitting in my driveways. Get that 97X up and running. I could have freaking $6,000 extra to put down towards vehicle or for more frames. It's funny because my Mariner right now, my Mercury Mariner with 200,000 miles on it, I bought it 4 years ago for 30. I think I paid 3,200. I think I talked the guy down. He wanted 36, and I ended up paying 32. Um, but it was a one owner car, really good shape. Looks like, again, most of the vehicles I bought, it looks like the driver's seat was the only seat I ever sat in. Because I get a little picky about shit and then I destroy them because I'm a smoker. I got a dog, so. uh, but yeah, I bought it 3,200 4 years ago. I've put 105,000 miles on it. I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. All the maintenance I did myself, so it was just with the exception of this the alternator that crapped out on me. Freaking 300 miles away from home. So you did get to tool around in the Mariner last year. It's three IOs that Mariner has been to. 2019, 2000. It would have been to four if 2020 had a IO because of COVID. We didn't. So, but yeah, man, that little Mariner's. I mean, it's a decent car. I'll probably end up selling it to my son when I get my next vehicle here. So, the goat. Hey, man, I tell you what, it's for what it's like I said, for $3,200. I put 100 and some change thousand miles on it. The most expensive part replacement I had to do was an alternator, and I've done that twice. And that was my fault for not buying a Motorcraft alternator, and I bought it, cheap AutoZone alternator because I could get it right away versus having to wait 2 days for the auto parts dealer to open so I could actually get one from Ford. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Actually, I might be able to get that couple $100 back because that the alternator was under warranty, the one that I bought. So if I take that back to them, and I might be able to get them to refund my money. I'm a big guy; I can be intimidating when I ask. When I ask with enthusiasm, I like to call it. I learned a long time ago, if you're a big fella and I have a deep voice that carries pretty well. So if I start making noise in a service department because I'm not happy with the service that I got, or because I feel that I got screwed, right? Then I can make a lot of noise. I learned that if you don't cuss at the people, right, and just explain your point loud and emphatically enough, that they will usually to knock off the embarrassment, especially if they have a loaded customer service area or a waiting area. They really don't like that. Oh yeah, they want to shut it down because if you've got 10 people sitting there, you got 10 people hearing about how poor a service you got, and these people are currently waiting on their vehicles to pay for service now, and that gives them kind of a, hey, what the hell, but I've had some really poor experiences with service departments. I was the person my ex's, all of her friends would have go up to the dealerships to talk to the dealerships when they got screwed over. No, that doesn't. The DMV, they'll just walk your ass out. That's all there is to it. DMV is like, psh, that's a privilege. If you don't want your license, don't do it. Here in the state of Texas right now, you can't just walk into the DMV. It's still on appointment basis only. So they have walk-ins. I think it's in the morning. The way that Texas does walk-ins, it really flipping sucks. So you could get there an hour and a half before they open, and that's where the line begins. And then, so what they do is, I think it's like the first 10 or 12 people they actually put on the waiting list, but the walk-ins don't. They just get a number, right? It's a walk-in number, and they only call them if another appointment disappears or doesn't show. Or if for some reason the appointment doesn't, you get 3 appointments in a row that don't take as long as they need, it opens up 1 appointment spot. So but yeah, like I went in to go try to get my drive because I lost my driver's license one night. I was walking around in downtown Round Rock and just lost it. Only the driver's license. A little weird, but and it's funny because I don't have to pull my driver's license out because I'm so old and gray looking that freaking nobody cards me anymore. But I ended up going in to try to get it replaced right away, and I couldn't. I had to wait like a whole week, so I was driving technically illegally without an actual driver's license for like over a week. But I was really happy because the driver's license that I had was from the picture was from 2010, and it was after I had been traveling down here for like 10 months. So, and I didn't cut my hair for 10 months straight. I just let it grow out. It was freaking, I took the picture, I think in July, and it was freaking hot as hell in Texas. So my head's all sweaty and wet, matted looking and shit. Plus it actually had color to it when I moved down here. All this grays from the move, the divorce, the stress of the job that I was working at when I first got down here. But anyway, I'm out for real. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I got an open tab somewhere. What? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. All right, have a good night.